Well, you saw yesterday how the Blue Jays got a ton of hits and a ton of runs. The offense was clicking yesterday. Today, ice cold. 2 measly hits, a triple, and a solo shot from Steve Pearce. As the Jays lost 5-1 to the Texas Rangers in the second game of the series. We'll talk about that game, that miserable game. And great Rougned Odor antics as always, why he has to be a pain in everyone's tuchus. We'll get to that in a little bit. But before we break that down, if you guys have not seen my Leaf video, and you guys did not see last night in general about the absolute tragedy that occurred last night. First off, I'm shocked you didn't hear about it. But if you guys did, which I assume most of you guys have, the Humboldt Broncos team bus, the Saskatchewan team, Saskatchewan Canadian junior team, their bus got in a horrific accident yesterday, and we lost so many lives. And it was in a matter of seconds, and it's just knowing how young most of these people are, the team especially. I mean, you lost coaches, you lost, I think it was a radio announcer as well. I mean, no one expects this. This is why you go day by day and you live every single day to the fullest, because you never know what life's going to throw at you. And for me especially, going through partly this situation, well, not obviously this situation, but being able to be on a team bus and go on road trips when I played for my college baseball team. Where am I? Back there. I can only imagine, the situation, being on the bus, having fun with your teammates, going through, we're just going to get to the ice and kick some rear end. And then, in a snap of the fingers, it's all gone. And I can't even imagine what everyone's going through. The Broncos organization, the family and friends of everybody who has lost, the city of Humboldt, the town of Humboldt. Only 6,000 people live in the darn place, and this is just such a huge tragedy for them, and I can only imagine what they're all going through. It's terrible. I mean, no one should have to go through this, and you see all across sports. You saw it with the Leafs and the Jets, at least. I know other teams probably had their ceremonies, but those are the two that I saw personally. That was great to see a ceremony from them. Even, you know what? Even down in Arlington, the Texas Rangers held a nice little ceremony for the Humboldt Broncos, because it's not like it was a natural disaster. It was just in a wrong place at a wrong time, and it happened, and you lost so many people in a blink of an eye, and it really hits close to home. And it's hard to move on from things like this, especially when it's such a big tragedy. But like I said, the Blue Jays started off the day probably on a very emotional note, knowing what had happened the night before. And with the big ceremony, especially for some Canadians like John Axford on the team, having to play a baseball game as well, it can't be tricky, or it can't be easy. And the Jays really didn't play the greatest today. They lost 5-1 to the Texas Rangers, like I said earlier. Marcus Stroman had a really rough fifth inning, and the Jays offense, like I said, dried up, and they were nowhere to be found. It really puts into perspective life as a whole. And like I said, Marcus Stroman got off to an all right start. First inning he was fine. Second inning, gave up a run. It was a sacrifice fly to Ryan Rua, and Joey Gallo scored. It's only 1-0 though. We have seen this team come back all the time. We saw it in the Yankee series. We saw it against the White Sox. We've seen it all over the place. This team has found ways to come back. But some reason, the Jays offense were all over the place. And Mike Minor, the starter for the Texas Rangers, he had not won a game since 2014. And he beats the Blue Jays today. But you go to the fifth inning, and the way things were going, and And really, the Jays weren't playing well up to the point offensively. Marcus Stroman was keeping them in the game. But then Shin-Soo Choo walks. And then Rougned Odor comes to the plate. Now, Jose Bautista's gone. Both teams missed the playoffs last year. So there's no real beef. There's no fans in the stands. It's not like there's any kind of hoopla over the series. But Rougned Odor takes it upon himself to start, I wouldn't say talking to Marcus Stroman, but doing some stupid Marcus Stroman has the high leg kick, right, when he pitches. You know how in baseball, as a hitter, you take to get some power, you take your short step and then you lock and load and swing. Yeah, Odor decides, I'm going to lift my leg like Marcus Stroman does, and then Marcus Stroman throws a ball, and he proceeds to grab his you-know-what, and does it on a few occasions. Why? Is there any need to do that? I don't care if the Jays lost or if they won. That is uncalled for. It's childish. Let the guy, let them play. Jose Bautista's not in the team anymore, if you didn't realize it. I don't know if he couldn't see or not, but that's not Jose on the mound. It's stupid. It's classless. There's no need for it. So he walks on 4 pitches while grabbing his And then next batter, Elvis Andrus. He pops up, and the Jays get 1 out. Then Marcus Stroman balks. So Choo and Odor move up, 2nd and 3rd. Mazara strikes out. Big strikeout for Marcus Stroman. 2 out, 2nd and 3rd. But then Joey Gallo doubles to right. Shin-Soo Choo and Odor score. Profar doubles. Gallo scores. Stroman gets the boot. Here comes Danny Barnes. And then a guy comes, Centeno comes to the plate. I had never seen that guy before, to be totally honest with you. He singles to right. Jurickson Profar scores on the play, and they're just racking it up at this point. Then Ryan Rua singles. I mean, they just pile on the runs there. 4 runs in that 5th inning, and we've seen it over the first 2 starts of Stroman. He has very good innings, but he's got that 1 inning where he blows up. And I don't know if he got rattled by Odor or what, but I'm not going to just blame Marcus Stroman, because did he have a good start? No. But his offense was totally garbage. Danny Barnes came out, had a clean inning in the 3rd, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts. Clippard and Axford both with clean innings. But like I said, the Jays offense, absolutely nowhere to be found. The triple, that's great. And the home run by Steve Pearce, whoop-de-doo. Doesn't really mean anything, though, because the Jays lost 5-1 to the Rangers. And Mike Minor gets his first win since 2014. But, hey, he pitched well. I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to put it past the guy. Just because he hasn't won a game since 2014 does not mean he's a bad pitcher. He pitched well today. He got the victory. Well deserved. But all I got to say is Rougned Odor. Why? I mean, what was going through his head? I'm going to try and play with his mind. Okay, well, playing with his mind doesn't really mean looking like an idiot and mocking somebody. That's just childish play. Buddy, it's not Pee-wee baseball. You're not playing Pee-wee in Scarborough. You're not playing Pee-wee, in a city finals. You're in the big leagues. Show it. It's stupid. Like the front punch for Jose. Okay, the bat flip and then the tight slide. Okay, yeah, you were frustrated. I get it. What was this? No beef in the first game. I don't get it. I'm curious what's going to happen tomorrow afternoon. I really am. Jaime Garcia versus Cole Hamels in the finale tomorrow. 3:05 first pitch down there in Texas. As the Jays look to win the series, which is arguably what we talked about in the last video about winning series. You don't have to sweep teams. I mean, winning series is the key. Now, will you win every series? No. But you got to do what you can. And the Jays, they just need to win tomorrow to win the series and then move on to Baltimore, where the bats should be exploding because Baltimore can never pitch. That's just that. But you know what? They just need a better performance tomorrow. They got to get the bats going. Cole Hamels, he's a very good pitcher. Jaime Garcia had a very good first outing. What are we going to see from him tomorrow? Lots of questions going into the game. We'll find out the answers probably about 7 o'clock tomorrow. I'm hoping to get the video out to you guys maybe about 7:30, 8 o'clock tomorrow. Maybe later. I don't know. I'm not too sure. Maybe very late. Look, guys, I have no clue what the plan is for tomorrow. But I know the video will be out to you guys tomorrow for sure. Just not sure what time. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. You guys enjoyed this video, and you guys hate Rougned Odor, hit that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below what you guys think of this game. Where did the Jays go wrong? Where did Marcus Stroman go wrong? And also, like I just said, what'd you think of Rougned Odor's stupid antics? I want to hear what you guys have to say, because clearly Stroman's like, yeah, I think he said after the game, he was something like, you know, if he's got a problem, I'm right there. But he's not going to do anything about it. So, there you go. But, so clearly Stroman's like, I'm not going to do anything, but if he wants to do something about it, go ahead. I'm right here in front of you. Go ahead. Instead of just being stupid at the plate. I want to hear what you guys have to say about all that kind of stuff, and we'll talk to you guys Monday, podcast edition. As Evan and I will be breaking down the Leafs, Raptors, Jays. Oh, it was going to be a doozy of a podcast there on Monday. Won't be able to do it on Tuesday. That's why the podcast will be uploaded on Monday. Link is in the description for the podcast channel and the podcast itself on iTunes. It is all down in the description below. And guys, if you guys are interested in heading down to the Maple Leaf Square and or Jurassic Park for the Raptors and Leafs playoffs, please DM me on Twitter. The link is in the description below. If you guys are interested in heading down there and having a good time, you know, in the round one preview videos for both teams, I'll be letting you guys know what my plan is for heading down there for the playoffs, and we'll talk about all that kind of stuff. But I want to hear you guys if you guys are even interested in going down. All right, and we'll talk to you guys Raptors edition tomorrow as they take on the Orlando Magic tomorrow at 6 p.m. At the Air Canada Center, wrapping up their home portion of the schedule. 2 games after that in Detroit and in Miami to wrap up the season before the playoffs begin. We'll talk to you guys Leafs edition in the round one preview. Again, not too sure when exactly that is going to be, but I'll keep you guys posted on that in the Raptors and the Blue Jays videos. And we'll talk to you guys, like we said, Blue Jays edition tomorrow night at some point. Jays, Rangers, Jaime Garcia, Cole Hamels. Finale of the series. Jays look for the series win. 3:05 first pitch. We'll talk to you guys then.